Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala asrofil anbiya wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajmain. Amma ba'du. In the dunya, we are given so much from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. But among all these treasury, there are sifats or qualities that might break your iman, or worse, make you forget about Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Some of you might be wondering what that might be. Well, let me tell you, it's spending irresponsibly, riya, sum'ah, takabbur, and hasad. Let me tell you why. First up, let me explain to you about spending irresponsibly. Now, for that, a fun fact. Did you know that a test from Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala doesn't just mean a sickness, disaster, or even something bad, but some believers get tested with wealth. I know some of you may be wondering, how does that make sense? Let me tell you why. When a believer is given wealth, it is a test of how wealth is earned and spent. Not a sign of Allah's pleasure, just as poverty is a test of patience. Now, a believer who is rich is tested on their gratitude and how they use their wealth to help others and fulfill religious obligations like zakat. But how does this correlate to spending irresponsibly? Some of you might ask. Well, once we're given wealth, if a person uses their wealth for good, then it will benefit the one who uses it as well. But if a person uses their wealth the wrong way, then it will also cause consequences. It is important that you put what you need over what you want. There's always a fine line between what you need and what you want, and sometimes that line is blurred, and it becomes difficult to do so. But even then, in Islam, it is prohibited that a Muslim spends too much or going over the limit, also known as israf, and wasting it, also known as tabzir, towards spending wealth, too, which is considered to be the whispers of shaitan. While on the flip side, Islam organizes its ummah to live a simple, balanced, and proportional life. And let me tell you about the surah that warns about riya and sum'ah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wa ati dhal qurba haqqahu wal miskina wa ba'nas sabili wa la tubattir tabdira. Innal mubattirina kanu ikhwana syayatin wa kana syaitanu lirabbihi kafura. Give to close relatives their due, as well as the poor and the needy travelers, and do not spend wastefully. Surely wasteful are like brothers to the devils, and the devil is ever ungrateful to his Lord. Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala doesn't like those who use their wealth too regularly via israf and without any benefits. They scatter their wealth without a second thought and forgets other people's rights. And those whom spends over israf were taught in Islam and does not have any benefits for the akhirah. This sifat or characteristic is usually because they have a weak iman. With that being said, I'll give you some examples of tabzir and israf in day-to-day life. First up, we have taking a lot of food and drinks during an event. The person is afraid of not getting a single portion without even paying attention to his stomach, and he eats everything. Second off, we have speaking. When they speak, they do not concern themselves of what they say, even if it's in real life or even in electronics like social media. Next up, we have accessories. Usage of gold in both hands, neck, fingers, and even their legs, while during important meetings or just meetings in general, they use expensive accessories, royal accessories, with high-tier import items. I'm not gonna name or mention them because of copyright, obviously. Now that we have examples out of the way, let's show the negatives on why it's bad to do unnecessary spendings. First up, we become too concerned about the dunya, forgetting about Allah and the akhirah. Next is that we get jealous and hate among those who have more, and begin bragging towards those who they perceive as lower. After that, they will feel frustration, especially when they run out. Lastly, they will become stingy and do not give to charity, aka zakat. Now, that begs the question, just how do we avoid overspending? Let me tell you how. First up, in order for us to avoid such quality, we should learn how to spend according to our priorities and needs. After we've done that, we should at least be able to give those in need, aka zakat or charity. Thirdly, we should learn how to live modestly, nothing too fancy. Next up, we should learn how to be selective and plan what we want to buy. And lastly, be humble. Now that we have that out of the way, let me tell you about the other bad qualities. That is riya and sum'ah. What is riya and sum'ah? Some of you may ask. Let me tell you. Sum'ah in Arabic terms just means to hear. Now what that basically means is that sum'ah is someone that likes to let everyone know that they've done good deeds, basically showing off just to get some praise or even someone's respect. While riya basically does their ibadah, prayer, or anything spiritual so that others will praise or even respect them. Riya and sum'ah are considered to be a bad quality that causes their ibadah or their worship to go in vain. Riya and sum'ah can come along when they do ibadah or even after it. Here's the surah that warns you about them, An-Nisa 142. Innal munafiqina yukhadi'una Allaha wa huwa khadi'uhum wa idza qamu ila sholati qamu kusala yura'unan nasa wa la yadkuruna Allaha illa qalila. Surely the hypocrites seek to deceive Allah, but He outwits them. When they stand up for prayer, they do it half-heartedly, only to be seen by other people. Emphasize that riya is considered to